Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Paula with Paula's Imperfect Plans. On my channel, I share my personal planning and budgeting. This video is going to be a plan with me. I do my plan with me's in my Wonderland 222 A6. I do my plan with me's in my Wonderland 222 A6, which is my everyday carry. And I am planning in here for the week of August 21st through the 27th. So let's get into it. My washi is Planner Kate. I usually link all of the sticker shops that I frequent. I will tell you as I go through if I remember what they are. We have, so next week is the big week at work. It is the week that I am transitioning to working so I'm transitioning to working 40 hours a week, which I shared in another video. I have not worked 40 hours a week in the last 6 years because that is just what my position was, and I really enjoyed the ability to be home with my kids one day a week. So that worked out really well for all the years that it did. And now is a great time to transition as I have a coworker leaving, and instead of whatever, we're just moving around and allowing one of my coworkers who's currently only part-time in our program to become full-time. So that's really exciting for her. And yeah, so that's kind of what that looks like right now. So next week is that week. I get to go back into, kind of figuring out what that new schedule is going to look like. And it's also the first week of school. And so it's just kind of a busy week all around. I have home visits at 10 and 11:30 to work on transition from another worker with a couple of her families. And then I believe she said it was 10 o'clock that day. I don't actually have it written down yet. And then I have a 9 o'clock that day. And I just scheduled an 11. And I have a 1 and a 2:30. Which is a little bit more than I typically like to schedule right in a row, but some months are just like that, and that's just how it goes. I think that this night we have 2 back to school events, and I'm pretty sure those are the times of them. I didn't write them down specifically. I think this is girls back to school, and this is Wesson's back to school night. This is a home visit, This is an enrollment for a new family. This is a home visit, and this is a home visit. Yeah, so the staff meeting is starting at 9:30 and is going until about 2. I have a 6:30 appointment, and I have a morning appointment that day. Oh, I missed one. I have a home visit at 11, and I'm trying to schedule another one for 1 o'clock that day, since that is my first Friday back to work. There are a couple of my families who actually either also have Fridays off or get off early on Fridays. So it will actually be pretty convenient to work on Fridays because the few hours that I will be working, it should really allow me to get to see them at a time that's different than, like, I still see them, but that's too big, but I'm going to put it there anyway. But I'm seeing them at like 5 o'clock at night when everyone's just getting home, and sometimes that's just chaotic for them, and I feel bad because I sure would not love someone coming into my home at that hour of the evening when it's just chaos from walking in the door. Maybe it's just my life and everybody else has some simple solutions to that are not chaotic, but it is certainly chaotic for me when we get home, you know, right after you're walking in the door, when everybody is still kind of in that, you know, it's just, everybody's a little, which is just like overstimulated, like, woo, we've been at school all day and now we can finally let out some of this energy and that kind of thing. So I am going to make a note each of these days, and I do actually have someone else who is coming to get my kiddos out, but it is an early out all of these days. So that is my reminder, because someone else will be getting them off of the bus probably. He has, I'm going to pop this in a way different color. So it stands right out. Put that there, and then I still have to figure that out. He has an eye appointment. My son does, and so I need to figure out who's going to take him to that. So that is not a typical thing either. We don't have any specific weekend plans that I know of. It is a trash day on Thursday. We will have church on Sunday. I am going to run errands in here on this morning. I will have time to do that since I do not have to go to work until a little bit later. Trying out that schedule, I have the flexibility really to change it. I can really kind of work whatever hours I want. I mean, like, there's some things like within business hours, so like I couldn't just work half the night probably without justification of why I needed to work that late. So some nights if I have to see a family, I work really late and then I have to cut somewhere. But otherwise, typically it's, do I have a payday in here? Otherwise, oh, I said we weren't doing anything that weekend. I way lied. Right, I do not have a payday sticker freebie in there, so I will just grab a $ guy off of here and add it to my little note that it is a payday. And this weekend, I don't even know what, oh my goodness, do I have a fun sticker? I believe something like, I've been trying not to get too excited because last time I got excited about it, it didn't happen. But we are supposed to go visit some friends out of town, basically for one overnight, just a short trip, provided that we, you know, the people who have committed to coming and staying here with our kids can do so. This is something we've kind of been trying on and off to schedule. It's for my brother-in-law, so my husband's brother and his wife to come and stay here. They have incredibly busy lives, but they have said, you know, that would be a good opportunity for them to spend a little bit more time with the kids, and give us a chance to go do something that is not, yeah, in town and not with our kids and not necessarily needing to rush home. So I'm kind of excited about this. Like I said, I'm trying not to get too full in case something comes up because, I mean, that happens, right? Like, so he will not be able to do. Oh, well. Okay, so so we have a group of friends that are kind of supposed to be getting together. It's like a group of 3 couples, really. So anyway, that is what the weekly page looks like for this week. Now I'm popping in here. I can't. This is, so I don't actually know. Someone asked me what kind of a cover this was, and I feel really bad. So it looks like a Moterm. Like, my assumption at first was that it was a Moterm. I bought it off of Mercari, so I bought it secondhand, and it was just labeled as an A6 cover. So it's, like, you know, nicely aged. It doesn't have the back pocket like a lot of the Moterms, and it's not labeled down here. But I've heard someone say that maybe older Moterms weren't. So I don't know. I don't know if it's like a dupe or if it's just an older Moterm. But I love it. And it's not, so I've ordered like the Moterm, like the A6 Plus, like the newer ones with that are bigger. Like, this one isn't that. This one is a lot smaller. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. So, but I did want to show it and talk a little bit about it. I love it. And I love anything secondhand. First of all, that, you know, helps out the person who is trying to get rid of something that they don't use, and you know, allows me to get something for a little bit less, you know, maybe a discounted rate from what I would pay to purchase it brand new. So I am always all about doing that when I have the opportunity. So onto the daily pages. I have said several times that what I do is I go either 1 or 2 lines before the halfway line and I divide it. I do some time blocking and appointments on this page. And I do a little bit of time blocking on the left side and just a really, really generic, messy to-do list on the other side on the days that I'm in here. Again, I don't come back every day, but when I do use it, it's a pretty extensive list, and I love coming back in here and being able to use that. This is today's to-do list, and I haven't opened it yet today, so in case you're wondering how that's working out, it kind of makes me wish. Now I'm like, oh, I should have saved these stickers on the days I didn't use them, but it just, like, it's just not that big of a deal. So with these back to school nights, I'm not sure if those are things that you guys do where you are, but it's like a meet the teacher, chance for parents to come into the classroom. And we are having one at my son's school and at my daughter's preschool. So it'll be, and they're kind of back to back, right? So that will be this is my son's birthday. Can't believe that I have a kiddo who is as old as he is now. That's just shocking. I think how fast time goes. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way. I doubt that I'm the only one that feels that way, but he has just grown so fast. It's nuts. Thursday, I have a home visit at 9. One at 11. One at 1. And one at 2:30. And then on Friday, I have one at 11. And I'm planning on scheduling one at 1. So it will definitely be a busy weekend. Week, not weekend. I always like to put like run errands here on my to-do list. And I'm gonna throw one of these stickers on here as well. Will it fit? Here in the time blocking section that I'm working 11 to 3. All right, so that is what I have for my daily pages here, all set up, and just a little flashback quickly to what the weekly looks like. So that is what I have for my plan with me today. I'd be interested in hearing what fun things you guys have for the week coming up. Are your kiddos starting school? Like, I know some people started earlier in August than this, and I know that there's some people that don't start till after Labor Day, but in Iowa, most schools are starting this week because the 23rd is the first day that they can start. And so that's, anyway, so everybody here is in back to school mode. So I would love to hear if that's also the case where you are and how that's going for you. So until next time. Bye.
Welcome back to the